fellow readers and digital people, and welcome back to GP Reads. I am your host, Grant Reads, and today Umami's back with a brand new episode of Safe Mode. For those of you who don't know, Safe Mode is the official, unofficial sequel to Umami's Interface, and oh man, it's so weird, and I love it. He took the idea of Interface and that world and that atmosphere and converted it into this digital realm where things can just... anything can happen. And make sure to stick around after the reaction for the analysis. Alright. Okay, this music's kinda reminding me of old school Interface. Safe Mode. Presented by Umami. Love the film grade. Whoa, that's psychedelic. Going into the keyhole. What's in there? Looks like a bunch of jellyfish. Or kappas. Or dudes with balding heads. Oh, the flowers. Okay. These are the lilies, I guess? Is that Lana among the lilies? As the title suggests. The building is freaking out. How did Greetings Robotics think that the world with an interface would be a viable substitution for the real world? I mean, look at it. Kind of chaos. Of course, I guess it wasn't particularly this chaotic until it went into safe mode when Mischief entered. I'm just curious where he is and what he's doing now. When is he going to come into play? Such an eerie world, though. A digital world comprised of souls, powered on soul energy. Composed, I suppose. Whoa. Is there somebody invisible in there? Excuse me? Whoa.
Hey, butthead, your butt is sticking out.
It's the girl. So Lana can go invisible?
Listen, you. Shouldn't you be in school?
The way he talks.
You know, learning to count, finger painting, sniffing glue.
School's canceled. I'm stuck at
Whoa,
home.
her eyes are upside down.
Thrilled to hear that, Lana.
It's interesting looking.
Why do you have a butt for a head?
Whoa. Wait a minute. If he knew who she was and she knew who he was, does that mean that he didn't have this double head before?
It's because of my very large brain.
This is a fairly new transformation, maybe?
Twice the size of yours.
Do you have to wipe it? Is that why they call you Smear?
Ew.
Whoa, very funny, Lana.
Whoa, he's freaking out.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Are you okay, Smear?
Wow, wow. Whoa.
Oh, there she is.
Why do I feel like she's
Did you
part of
water
Mischief?
the flower I gave you?
Or the one that
You
Mischief
have to
loved.
Take care of her.
I make sure she has plenty of
I
water.
feel like she does represent her for some reason. The
Did
clowness.
you give her a name?
Her name is Snooze Button.
Snooze button.
Speaking of which, I'm gonna hit the snooze button on this conversation.
Well, this guy looks like a comic book. Super cool. Yeah, this world's freaking epic. So is this the like official beginning? The first one was like an introduction. This felt like the beginning of the series to me, personally. Smear. That looks like it's from a famous painting. I probably need to look up paintings with cars, but there'll probably be a lot, so I doubt I'll find anything. What kind of car is this? Because I have no idea. I do not know cars. Is it a station wagon? No, it's not a station wagon. Why does he have so many more eyes than he really does? And reflections. I think we've seen that before. Could he be Cammy? He's an amalgamation of some sort. But that was way more than 6 eyes. I'm starting to think maybe he's Cammy or Mischief. Like the remnants of Mischief. Maybe it's the souls that Mischief absorbed. Okay, so first of all, let's search the title. Lana among the Lilies. Let's see what all we can get. Alright, the first thing I found was this poem. Stars open among the lilies. Are you not blinded by such expressionless sirens? This is the silence of astounded souls. From Crossing the Water, written in 1962. Why does that sound so related? And there's also, there's a book and a podcast called Among the Lilies. And it says, it's a show for ladies who are tired of pretending and are ready to be real. So it's almost, to me, if it's actually talking about these things, it seems to me that Umami is hinting at the souls recognizing that they're acting and pretending like this interface is real and wanting to reach out and actually be real again, stop pretending. And another symbology, such as this quote from ftd.com. In Victorian times, Lily of the Valley meant a return to happiness. And again, with return to happiness, it's another reference for them wanting to escape the interface, realizing what is real, a return to the world of the living. The Lily of the Valley is also seen as a symbol of humility and a sign of Christ's second coming. This referenced second coming could be referring to the return of Mischief. It seems very symbolically related to how precious a child is, and the fact there's a child's soul stuck in the interface, just yearning to be real. And they're pretending to go to school, pretending to have lives inside the interface, but again, it's not real. And then, of course, we see the sunflower. Again, the Mischief was always thinking about the sunflower. It might not have been so much that he was represented by the sunflower, but it might actually be that the sunflower is what he was thinking about, what he was yearning for, the clowness. So if the sunflower represents the clowness, could the clowness's soul be in the interface as Snooze Button? Button sounds like a clown name. If that is her, and Mischief is in the interface, when Mischief's avatar, or, if he still looks like Mischief, gets to Snooze Button, he may recognize her, and they may be reunited at last. Now, that could be really cool. Also, you look through the keyhole, it kind of represents eyes, someone peeking through, getting access into a locked world, into a realm we're not supposed to be able to see into. The keyholes of generations. And again, we're talking about children, we're talking about school, we're talking about the generations wanting what's real. I mean, I don't know, it's not, a famous artist. It's by Sarah Ashtoreth on DeviantArt. But I mean, that could be what he's referring to. The Keyhole of Generations by Sarah Arista on DeviantArt. The eyes are like the keyholes to the mind, so it could be something to do with that. Yeah, I'm seeing so far that Safe Mode is very inspired by abstract art, which, Interface kind of was as well, just not to that extreme. Like, we had things like The Son of Man and things like that, but I mean, this one's going really into the abstract art. I'm really just trying to figure out why she was invisible. Why was Lana invisible when they first met? And the light bulb, the flowers, there's a lot of cultural references here that I'm not quite getting, I don't think. I'll have to spend a little more time researching it. Because I do eventually want to do a dive on Safe Mode, but I really need more pieces before we do. We only have 2 episodes, but I am really interested to see where this is going. I'm really interested in the cultural references and just the art in general, and Smear's super long salad finger-like fingers. So the world within the interface seems to be less of a composition of how the world should look, and more so how people perceive things. What I mean to say by that is it seems like it's a world of imagination, a world of the abstract creativity, of the inner workings of people's minds, like you would see in all these abstract art pieces. I wonder if we're going to see more things like this, because that's kind of what I'm seeing so far. It's more abstract, more creativity, more, instead of what we perceive and see in reality, what reality's like in our minds, how reality flows as its own creative spirit within ourself. It probably sounds really weird, but really think about it. Abstract art, what is it? It's, instead of seeing things out in the world, instead of actually, having projections of physical things, it's how the mind manifests things. And that seems to be what the world of the interface is. It's a truly 100% creative world of the imagination. I'm really curious to see where it goes. And one more thing, Carolina, you played an amazing Lana. The voice was so freaking cute. Great job. I'm really enjoying her character. Hope she comes back. Thank you for producing this, Umami. I am very curious to see where you go next. And again, if you have any thoughts or any culture references that I missed, please leave them in the comments below. I will look at them and I'll add them into the next video. Or into the next interface video. Into the next safe mode video. Anyway, I'll see you all next time. As always, keep your eyes wide open and never stop reading. See ya. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank my patrons and channel members. Thanks to you, I'm able to do what I love. All proceeds go back towards the channel for props, for costumes, and for any trips we take or any games we play. CNK114, Investigator Zeus, Dobby's Music, Jerry Mullins, Free Spirit Katie, Poof Poof, MC Darfer, and Vexus. Really, thank you all so much for allowing me to do what I love to do.